Today in this video, we are taking the Losi 22 drag car, going out and doing gearing testing with it. So still all the stock electronics in it. I have a whole table here where I have everything from a 16 tooth pinion all the way up to a 39 tooth pinion. Plus I have the stock 84 tooth spur and a 76 tooth spur. So with all these gearing combinations, I forget what it comes out to. It's a lot of gearing combinations that I have. We're going to be able to kind of fine tune and play with the gearing of the car and see what makes it faster out of the box. Okay, so the results really at the end of the day from the gearing test with the Losi 22S drag car was two things. Two things are my main takeaways, I guess. One, I could overgear it for what I had here today. I could go too far. When I got down into like a total gear ratio of about 3.3, something like that, 3.0, that was too high of a gear ratio total for the car in order to be able to pull, and it would cut out before the end. But now that leads me to the second one. Is that really just a function of the batteries that I'm running? Are the batteries that I'm running just not good enough to keep up with it? Or is that a function of the electronics in there? Even my last runs, when I geared the car back down a little bit, it was so hot outside. It's 90 plus degrees outside, just baking on that asphalt. I could get one run, come in, let it cool off, and even then the second run it like really wouldn't want to go. So I wonder if some of it's is it the electronics, is it the battery, what is it that's really holding me back? You could see from the acceleration curves, you could see from the trap speed that as I geared up, it was getting faster. It was trying to get faster, but it just couldn't quite pull it. So I ended up where I think my fastest was when I was at a 3.45 gear ratio, which I got from the 2276 gearing. There's other ways to do that. If you are running the stock 84 tooth spur, you could run either a 24 or maybe basically the 24 tooth pinion, and you'd get to roughly the same gear ratio. So that might be also another option, and that way you don't have to buy a spur. But yeah, so that's what the results were. A little disappointing. I hate going out and running like that and then thinking I might not have really learned everything I should have learned because I have some difference when it comes to the electronics or the battery or something like that. But that's part of this. It's part of figuring out this whole RC drag thing. So I'm going to keep working on it. In the meantime, I'm going to ask you to come over here, check out some of the other videos that I have made, all that kind of stuff, and we will see you next time. So thank you and goodbye.